Morning, Abotai, Shavua Tov. A very interesting question that a lot of people want to know about is going out to restaurants where goyim are performing most of the cooking for the food in terms of bishul akum. Now, as follows. To preface this, we have to understand that there's a fundamental disagreement between Maran and the Rama in Yoreh De'ah, Siman Kuf Yud Gimel Sa'if Zayin, with regards to how much Jewish participation is necessary in the cooking process in order to consider something bishul Israel. Ledat Marana Bet Yosef, which is based on the Rashba and other poskim, the Jew has to participate in the actual cooking, which means that he has to actually put the pot onto the fire, put the pan into the oven. The Jew has to take part in the actual cooking process. According to the Rama paskins like the Rivan and other Rishonim, the Rama is more mikid. The Rama says it's enough for the Jew to merely turn on the fire or turn on the oven, turn on the gas, whatever it is. The halacha is that is sufficient in order to consider it bishul Israel. Even if the goy technically does all of the physical cooking, it's still considered bishul Israel according to the Rama. Now, as we said, Maran disagrees with that. There is another machloket, Tosafot, in Masechet Avodah Zarah, Daf Lamed Chet Amud Aleph, quotes Rabbeinu Avraham ben David Ba'al Tosfot, who says that bishul akum does not apply in a Jew's private house or business. He explains that the reason why the Chachamim were concerned was because of intermarriage and all sorts of closeness. That only applies when the goy is cooking in his house. But if the goy is cooking in my house, in the Jew's house, then there's no issue of bishul akum. Rabbeinu Tam and all the poskim disagree with this opinion. Marana Bet Yosef also disagrees with this opinion. He says it's incorrect. Bishul akum is whether it's in the Jew's house or the goy's house, it doesn't matter. Now, when we there's a concept in halacha called tzerufim or safek sveka, which means you take multiple opinions that we may not hold of la halacha and you put them together. You combine them together into a new case where Marana Bet Yosef did not specifically discuss when both of these things are combined together, and then you can have a kula. Therefore, in this situation, in most of the restaurants in America, many of them in Israel, most of the hashgachot are Ashkenazim. The Ashkenazim require bishul Israel only according to the Rama, which means that the Jew turns on the fire and that's it. The Dat Maran, seemingly that shouldn't be enough. But over here, there's a combination of factors. Number one, this is being done in a Jewish establishment, such that according to some opinions, bishul akum doesn't apply here at all, even though we don't hold like that. Number two, you have the mashgiach at least turning on the fire, because don't forget, if the mashgiach is not turning on the fire, it's treif according to the Ashkenazim as well. So the mashgiach at least needs to turn on the fire, turn on the ovens, whatever it is, turn on the grills. Therefore, we combine these two shitot together. It's Bet Israel, it's a Jewish home or establishment, plus you have the Jew turning on the fire. Maran Zechron Bracha, in several of his works, Alichot Olam Chelik Zayin, Yechavedat Chelik He, Yabia Omer Chelik Vav, and many other places where he's discussed this, he writes Halacha ul Ma'aseh that even for a Sfaradi, there is room to be mekel Lida'at Maran Shulchan Aruch, to eat in such establishments and not to consider it bishul akum. Obviously, it's better to ask a Jew, the mashgiach, whoever it is, to actually do the cooking, but sometimes that's not practical. People think, oh yeah, mashgiach cook, I'll ask him. Sometimes people give too much credit to mashgichim or to owners. They're very busy. They don't have time sitting there and babysitting your steak or whatever. Even if they put it on, la halacha, sometimes that's not considered enough according to Maran Shulchan Aruch. You have to keep it there until it gets a third cooked. Therefore, inevitably, anytime you go out, in general, many people are relying on this heter of Maran Zechron Bracha, this safek sveka, to allow eating out in these establishments. You have to be very careful though, which is, there are certain restaurants which are glatt kosher, they are certified by kashrut agencies, but they are non-Jewish owned. There are many such restaurants. It's popular by, not all, it's popular by Chinese food, it's popular, there are many restaurants in the city which are glatt kosher but non-Jewish owned. Over there, if you have just the mashgiach turning on the fire, it is 100% asur to partake of that food according to Maran Shulchan Aruch. You don't have the safek sveka. It's no longer Bet Israel because it's a non-Jewish owned business. So over there, you don't have that tziruf, you don't have that thing. You have to be very careful when going out. It's important to figure out where I'm going out to is a Jewish owned, so at least you have that tziruf. Otherwise, you'll need to have a Jew doing all the cooking from A to Z for you. Otherwise, it will be asur to eat in these places. So make sure to look into that. Have a wonderful day and Shavua Tov.